Hello, now we are going to comment on the latest articles published in the PHP Plus site about interesting PHP related topics. And this month we have lasted in the past, actually, I mean, the last month. We are commenting just those of February. It was also a shorter month, but we are getting back to the usual amount of articles as we published in the past. So let's start. Arthur, which ones would you like to comment?
Okay, so let me share the screen, of course. So the first article I wanted to comment is a PHP tutorial to increase the speed and reduce cost of AWS S3 instance using caching. So it's an article by Jose Luis Lasso, and it's about how you can use Amazon provided services to cache files and data using PHP. So it describes what is Amazon and how to get an account, how to create a bucket. Bucket basically a place where you would store different files, similarly like a Dropbox, but on the Amazon cloud. And then he provides an examples why would you have to, what would be the purposes of using the buckets and how to access it. It's not as simple as FTP access or HTTP because there are some permissions and authentications needed. But basically there is a PHP class to deal with it all, and the end result would seem as simple as providing configuration to about your AWS instance, and then you can cache files and get newest files from there and serve them, and it would be as fast as possible because S3 instance is usually fast and probably some location network enabled, so they would use the servers closer to you, and that way you can reduce the bandwidth cost and make your site load faster because of the files cached. And what you can cache there, it's not only the files that you would serve to your clients, but also the data that you proceed. So you can use it to store some information that you have queried or that required by multiple instances of your website. So basically use it as a kind of database too. There is also a demo about this. So yeah, basically the tutorial how to do this with using the PHP AWS wrapper class. I assume it was also developed by Jose Luis, right?
Yes, that is actually a wrapper around the AWS SDK packages, except that this one deals with things with a bit more comfortable, not only in terms of configuration, but also in terms of doing the caching to avoid unnecessary calls to the Amazon S3 servers that not only take time but also cost additional money if you do them in a much more higher quantity.
Yeah. Okay, and the next tutorial I wanted to talk about is PHP tutorial on developing applications using the official Google Search API. It was written by Aish Kiswani, and I think previously we already talked about something. Yeah, there was the first part of the article when we talk about that there is a custom search API and then you can use it. And this article describes more about advanced search options that it provides. As an example, specify that you can provide a second parameter as advanced options, which can have multiple values, and they all are listed here. So you can search for specific images or terms, or exclude terms, or specific language, or even results for specific dates. So it's all possible here. You can just go through the parameters and find what you need. And yeah, there are more application examples of how to build a form and use the custom search class. From the article that we previously discussed. And interestingly, that this class is developed actually by Jacob Fogg. That article is written by
Yes.
Ashkiswani. So yeah, it's an interesting combination.
Yes, the article is about something that when you want to perform searches on Google, some people used to scrape the results, but Google does not want them to do that. So they started implementing CAPTCHA to prevent that people do too many queries to the Google servers, or else probably it will take them too much load. Imagine if many scripts around the world accessing the Google pages using scraper scripts. I suppose they would cost them a bit. So Google also provides this Google Search API that it's free up to, I think, 100 requests. Not sure if it is a day or a month. It's not many, but above that there is a fee to be paid. It's not much, but it's the way Google justifies charging for this. And this article talks about that class that is used to access that API from PHP, so it's useful. For instance, when you want to know how is your site ranking for a certain search, that could be one way to know. There is another API that will provide that information, but it's something in aggregate, not exactly something that you can just try using a script to check it out. Okay, on my behalf, I also like to comment on a few articles. Let me start by a couple of articles that actually follow up one of another. First, there is this one, getting user input through SMS text messaging. This is about a package developed by Dave Smith that accesses the .go service. That is a service that allows site to sort of receive messages via SMS to a specific number, and those messages go are processed by a site that you configure to receive those messages based on the number or some identifier. So in this case, this article is telling.
Sorry, you're not sharing the screen again.
Oh.
I'm usually looking at mine, so I don't see it.
Yeah.
But now I notice.
Okay. Thanks for reminding me. So I was saying this article is telling you how to handle those messages. Actually, this article was split in several parts, and this, I'm not sure if this is the second or the third part. And in this part, it tells you how to configure this class to generate some default responses for certain commands, and handle the input automatically, so you don't have to create scripts that have to write much more. You need it because the class saves you a lot of work. So related with this article is another part of a series of articles also on this package. So you can use this .go class to actually implement a sort of an engine that will implement more complicated interactions, not just providing automated responses. So this is an interesting package, and these tutorials demonstrate that. If you need to implement some kind of interaction with your users via SMS messages.
So the way I see it, that at first user could send some predefined keywords and server would accept them. Then server have some predefined responses and he could respond. And now we can customize it. So in the end, we can have SMS-based chat server.
Yes, it's a sort of I would say a proxy, because this people send SMS messages from mobile phones, and then this .go service does the translation and calls your site, and from then on your site will respond to determine how what will be done, what responses will be shown to the users, and make it an interactive service, and this can be done with this .go service. I think the basic service is free. I'm not sure if they have paid plans for maybe higher volumes of messages, or maybe some custom numbers. I'm not sure, because to make it work for free for your number, for your site, there is only one number, and then there needs to be a keyword that specifies which site the message is going to. So the .go service calls your server with the details about the message that was sent. So this is an interesting article. And finally, we have an article that is actually more information from the company Hired, which is a job portal site. They have information that allows you to calculate what would be the right salary that you could be earning based on what you do. So basically, this is a short article just to point there is this service from the company Hired. We just go there. I'm not sure if this is the right. I'm not sure if it is the right page. Oh, okay. So here you can see the salaries that you could be making.
So but let's see how much you should make for managing PHP classes.
Oh, I don't think there is that profession, because managing. Well, for instance, you would say that you are a PHP engineer, and this depends on the area that you are. Basically, here there are some areas that are major cities in the US. So this is not for all around the world, but it's still interesting just for you to have a notion. Oh, let's say, how many years of experience do you have, Arturus, in PHP?
Oh, 7, 8, maybe.
Okay, let's put it in this range.
I started
so
with
if
PHP.
You would be in the Bay Area. Okay, they show you here that if you were in the Bay Area, your salary will be $24,000. So it will be a quite nice salary, but I understand that in the Bay Area it is.
Yeah, the living expenses are much higher. So, but why don't we see it on your screen? Did your screen froze or something?
Isn't it?
I still see the form on submit form. Can you maybe reshare your screen?
Because I went back. Oh, well.
Okay, how does it compare to JS Node Engineer?
Oh, you want to see the comparison of? I've seen there because I'm for. I don't know. Let me. Okay, let me start sharing again. Okay. Are you seeing?
Not yet. Could be that something with my connection or your connection.
No, it says Google Hangout to share your screen. Does not. But I can open the window. I don't know. Maybe this is something wrong. Can you go to your screen and share this article?
Sure, let me try. You mean the salary calculator, right?
Right.
Okay, so get salary. Software engineer number. So let's put it this. So as a PHP developer in the area, it's calculate. Let me
for some
increase.
reason, it sort of stopped.
Really?
Me. Okay. It stopped showing the browser window in front. Okay. I can see yours.
Okay.
So
okay.
Or
you can see it? Can't see anything?
I can see yours. I don't know what happened.
Similar thing happened to you when you were sharing it. So, but basically, no JS developer have basically the same.
Oh yeah. So what is the number? Oh, it says 158.
And JS frontend engineer. Would have a little less, but they all around the same 150, 160 case per year. So it sounds a lot.
Yes, but that's in Bay Area. Try to pick a less known city.
Okay. So let's pick all of them now. JS, PHP, JS front engineer, and Austin, Texas.
Let's also
London.
In Toronto.
Sydney
and Toronto.
Okay, let's check London first. It's closer to me. Okay, it's in pounds, so it's a bit different. Okay, Sydney, Toronto.
I think you did not. Are you putting 4 years?
4 or 5 years, just an average. Okay, so Toronto, Canada.
Try. Yeah.
It doesn't have anything from Brazil. No.
Yeah, because I think those are the places where they have offices hired. Yes,
okay.
It's much less. So as you may see, you are in the wrong country, or you are in the right country, getting less.
Yeah, but as we said, the living costs differ extremely, so it probably makes sense.
Yes, and the demand of professionals varies from.
True.
In the Bay Area, there are many companies there that so they have to compete with very high salary. At the same time, if they get investment, they also burn much more money and so.
True.
That's what we were talking about when we were commenting with Mark Dahl, but that's probably why he's in a different state. Okay, so this month we had less articles, but next month we will have more to talk about because improved. So on my behalf, that is all for now. Bye.
Bye.